Okay,
I think.
sounds good.
Yeah. So, anyone's watching, thank you for joining us. Overcast Gamer, as usual. And this is Sumo Digital's Snake Pass. Now, this is a studio from England, in Sheffield, in England. And they've made a lovely wee game that is reminiscent of one of my favourite developers of all time, Reagan, who did Donkey Kong Country and GoldenEye and all sorts of good stuff like that. So, let's have a wee play of this game.
Let's get on into it.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to know, because I was always kind of confused as to whether this was a puzzle game or just sort of like a platformer, or like what the hell was going on with it. So this is going to be good to see.
Yeah, I'd definitely say less puzzle, more platformer. But it definitely has some puzzle aspects. It's more like trying to move levers and things like that with your body, and it's all about weight distribution, weight displacement kind of thing.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Did you after like a long play session last night, did you wake up this morning sort of surprised to have hands? Like,
so surprised to have hands. Yeah. No, I mean this is the first game that's really got under my skin. Since I'm trying to think, The Witness, I think, was the last one that I thought about after I stopped playing it. In terms of, I saw it in real life everywhere. So this game, I've seen bamboo logs like this and things, or just like sticks, and I've thought about like, I need to manipulate myself this way to get up the stick.
wow.
It's lovely. So this is Snake Pass, everyone. It's a beautiful wee game. And I'm quite enamoured with it, to be honest. I'm running a review at the moment, and a little bit of a spoiler. It's going to be a high score, guys.
Yeah, it's your kind of game, though, right? Like,
oh man, it's my game to a T. This is like me all over this game.
Now, here's a question for you. Obviously, you're a snake.
Yep.
Is there any kind of lore or like?
Yeah, lore.
Is there any kind of
It's no, essentially. The story is pretty much you're on some sort of floating islands. You have to collect keys to open the gates to finish the level, and there's other collectibles sort of scattered around. And that's about it, really. There's sort of some sort of story they're trying to weave in there about some sort of shaman people or tribesmen or something, but I have no idea what's going on. And frankly, I don't care. Like, it's just...
Well, yeah, totally. I mean, you're not there. Not every game has to have a story, right?
No.
And,
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Right.
So, I'll just explain the mechanics sort of thing, what I'm doing. I'm playing it on PlayStation 4, as you probably realise, and so when you start off, like, what the hell's going on? Because the left stick does this, so you sort of move your head around. The left stick moves your head and decides where you're going to be looking. R2 is accelerate, so if you just tap R2, you sort of squirm forward a little bit. The real magic of this game, the real skill, comes from slithering. You really get a handle on slithering, so you've got to move left and right while holding R2, and then you get this nice S shape going, and you get some speed, and then you're rocking once you get that good slither on.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So if you don't slither and you just remain straight and you hold R2,
Yeah.
you move?
Yes, you do. So I'll demonstrate it now once the stream catches up. If I'm just holding R2 now, I'm going in a straight line here, but you go very, very slowly, and you almost run out of speed if you don't slither, because there's physically impossible for a snake to move forward without slithering.
Without slithering, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not going for realism, but there is there's an element of realism. Yeah. So there's these little collectibles that they've hidden around sneakily. Oh god, almost died. Sneakily around everywhere, and the joy is tracking these down. Oh no! Fuck. We'll go for a. I'm doing a 100% run on the game because I'm doing it for a review. I'm doing trying to do a 100% run, and Reagan, this game's making me want to actually go for a platinum trophy.
Wow, really?
Yeah, yeah, I know. Like, what the hell's happened, right?
Right, I'm being told by chat that I'm sounding quite distant, so I'm just going to try some adjustments.
Okay. Chat, how are the levels in terms of the music and the sound effects of the game? Just let me know. I need to do anything.
Now, I've adjusted there, and I might be booming. So, chat, just let me know.
Yeah, you're booming a little bit, Reagan, but that's probably different on my end anyway. I will just turn my headphones down a wee bit. It's a little bit better. Let's do some chilling.
Oh, Mike says maybe a tad louder. Still.
Tad louder. Okay. That's cool.
All right.
I'm just gonna, so I don't get blasted, I'm just gonna turn my own sound down.
All right, Mike. Apparently game volume could go up a bit too. So you could maybe crank the game volume. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, cheers, man.
How's that there? Tell me if that is good.
Alright, we'll crank the music and the FX up. Full bore.
Welcome, Nesian Menace. Good to have you back this week, mate.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Nesian Menace, actually, I was listening to our film podcast that we did many, many years ago. The precursor to the Overcast Gamer, actually, we called... I called it the Overcast. It was the Overcast Wellington's premier film podcast, and it went for 6 hours. It was our 6-hour film podcast.
Because you did like one session, right?
Yes, exactly. That's a good way to describe it. One session. It was 6 hours, and I split it into 4 parts.
Wow, that's...
Because it was not digestible in one 6-hour chunk.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
6-hour episode.
Yeah.
So I've got to say I've never actually managed to listen to the full Overcast.
I don't blame you, man. It's a mission.
How did you manage to fill 6 hours? Because it's a film. It was about movies, right?
Yeah. So it was me and Nesian Menace and our other friend Kurt, and we counted down our personal top 50 films of all time.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So we went back and forth, 50, 50, 50, 49, 49, 49. So and so on. And
man.
It took a long ass time. I remember we started like late afternoon and we didn't finish till midnight or something. I think we ordered a pizza halfway through.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was wonderful.
That is much more hardcore than, well, I guess what Overcast Gamer does. In that we maybe once a fortnight sit down for an hour and a half or something.
Yeah. We try to not intimidate people with the length of our content generally, but I loved it when I did, I'm a huge film freak as well as games and music as well, so I could talk shop about movies for God knows how, like longer than that, like a day if need be. Bit of a nutter when it comes to that.
Yep. So this is obviously the first level we're looking at here, and you're going for. And I know in your original playthrough, you're going for 100% completion. Type situation.
Yeah, not this. This playthrough won't, because it'll probably won't make for a particularly entertaining. I'm a bit stuck. A particularly entertaining time if it's me getting frustrated because I don't quite reach a coin or something like that. That's for me. That's in my personal time. I do that. I say I get frustrated, but I adore it, because when I get it right, it's such a good payoff. It's such a good feeling.
Yeah. It looks like hard work, like, because I've read a few reviews and things of Snake Pass, and one of the typical comment is the controls are difficult to kind of, I guess, get used to.
I've read that as well. Now,
or not intuitive.
Yeah, most of the reviews I read were on Nintendo Switch, so it might be fault of that. How they're mapped on the Switch, because I didn't have trouble with them at all when I started playing this game. It is a bit weird, and it's that sort of tank controls like Silent Hill, where R2 is accelerate. it doesn't really... It isn't that intuitive, but for me, Snake Pass just clicked somehow in my brain. It all kind of makes sense.
You totally wanted it to click, though, eh?
Yeah, man. I was vying for this game. Like, I wanted it to be good. It's my little taster before Ukulele comes out. And, man, I don't know, like, Ukulele's going to have to do some pretty amazing shit to live up to Snake Pass, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be this much fun. It's, like, really, really fun. I think about it all the time. I just want to, like, keep playing it. I can see myself replaying it. Like, it's just such a jolly time. It's such a I don't have gaming experiences often that I'm loving it, like, the entire time. Just laughing, and when he collects little things, I'm like, you wouldn't be able to hear it, Reagan, but he sort of makes these noises, like
really satisfied noise, collected the shit out of that.
Yeah, exactly. And like, even there's a thing I'll show you when the stream catches up. You can use the D-pad to change the snake's expression.
Oh wow!
So
and
good.
So are there any other mechanics that come up throughout the game? Like, do you like snakes eat things? Do you is it literally slithering and collecting? Or is there anything else that?
There's a few other things. There's, like, as I mentioned at the start, sort of some minor puzzles, but not really. It's mostly slithering and collecting, to be honest. The snake is also a vegetarian. It's said in the those little loading tidbits of information they sometimes give you in the loading screen.
Yeah.
It says the snake is a vegetarian in those. So he's the snake is named Noodle, and your little hummingbird buddy there is called Doodle.
Oh wow, that's great. Just an update on chat. I put it to the team. Anyone else interested in Snake Pass or just Abe? Flan Hyperbole says he saw it on Steam recently. Seems like a good game to do while listening to other things. Yeah, well, that's classic Abe as far as kind of gameplay goes, right? Like, I'm pretty sure you're a fan of things that you can do while listening to podcasts and stuff. Right?
I do like that sort of thing, and I think to do that on your initial play of this game would be blasphemous, because the score is by the Donkey Kong Country guy David Wise, and it is phenomenal. It is just such a lovely, lovely score. On second playthroughs, and when the music gets a bit, because there's only one track for each world, I think it is. So there needs to be more music, which is one of my big criticisms. But yeah, no, definitely. Once you've got used to the score and had your fill of it, you can work on a podcast or whatever and just go to town with this one.
Nice. Mike says if you're going for the plat, his competitive spirit might kick in, and he might buy it just to platinum it.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Classic Mike.
Oh yeah.
I think that's challenge accepted.
The platinum's going to be interesting for me. A, because I've never got a platinum, and B, because there are time trials in this game. Once you finish a level, you get a time trial. You unlock the time trial. And I don't like time trials. It reminds me of something like Gran Turismo, which I was like, oh, why?
Yeah. I'm the same, Ed. I've never platinumed a game before, ever. Because what happens with me is that I'll like really enjoy a game. Like, for example, Horizon Zero Dawn's the most recent one where this has happened.
Yeah.
Really enjoy a game, start playing it, finish the like main story, and then go, right, time to tick off all the things that the platinum requires.
Yeah.
I'll do 4 or 5 of those, and then that'll be it. Like, I'll be like, oh no, I'm burnt out, I'll go and play another game, and then I just never go back to it.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to know what the secret is, eh? Like, how do you do it, Mike? Like, how do you keep it going?
Yeah.
The motivation.
Maybe he's just super obsessive compulsive.
Maybe.
I'm not sure we've ever actually asked Mike about that. Maybe he's got some OCD tendencies.
Yeah, which is fine, but shit, mate. Like, I'd like to know how it's done.
yeah. I'm the same. Like, I myself, I have a few OCD tendencies, but as you mentioned, I just get burnt out. I'm just like, nah, I'm done with that game. Like, I don't really want to play that anymore.
Yeah, like Horizon, awesome game, and I've got maybe like 65% of the trophies or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just don't know what it is. Mike likes getting all the collectibles.
Yeah. Oh, this game's great for getting the collectibles, man. I've yeah.
It seems to me that it's purely collectibles.
Pretty much, yeah, essentially. Yeah, just environment, navigation, manipulation, collectible-a-thon kind of thing, which is pretty sweet. Like, I don't like collectibles when when there's an overwhelming amount of them, a la Ubisoft or whatever. But this, there's what? Let's have a look. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's about 20 or so, and then probably about maybe 30 or something like that a level, which is doable. Like that's fine by me.
It makes me think of the classic games like one of my favorite games, Spyro.
Yeah.
Where you romp around a level. You've got things that you want to do on the way, like take out all the monsters and things. But there's just enough collectibles in each one that it's not a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a chore, eh?
No, exactly.
I think it really helps when you're enjoying, like, the main thing about this game, say, let's compare it to what I've been playing most recently, which is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. The main thing about let's make the weirdest comparison.
Let's make that comparison. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear what you've got to say.
So the main thing with Snake Pass is that the movement in and of itself and getting around is fun. It's a joy. Assassin's Creed, not the case. Like, getting around and moving in Assassin's Creed is horrible. The movement is not good. But this game, when it's just fun to cruise around, you're onto a winner. And I think that's why I feel like I can play this forever, because I just love snaking around.
I love slithering.
Yeah, man.
What can I say?
Yeah,
love to slither.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I didn't know that being a snake could be this fun. I mean, that sounds like the tagline for the game. You didn't know being a snake could be this fun.
Yeah. Use that in your review, man. That's where that needs to go.
Yeah. The review's gonna be interesting, eh?
It's just, I mean, I'm expecting at least 10 snake puns. Like, there's got to be.
Oh man, the puns. I've probably got about 10 that are being culled, Reagan. Just
oh really?
Oh yeah, I've probably got like 20 or 25 snake puns that I've come up with in total.
Wow, nice.
Only the cream of the crop are going to make it.
I can't wait. I mean, that's the thing about this game is that, like, I mean, it's maybe not the kind of review where people, like, don't get me wrong, this game looks great, but it's not like the kind of game where people, like, let's say, for example, the biggest AAA game that's just come out and people are like genuinely want to know whether they should buy it or that kind of thing, because this is the sort of game you just pick up as a romp. So it's like it's like the perfect opportunity to just like have fun with the review, That's kind of what it feels like to me. It's like I don't really feel like I need to do a public service, like, big AAA reviews, as you mentioned, like Horizon or something like that. Like, people are really looking to us for a review kind of thing. This is just me being like, fuck, this game's great. And
just,
if you like slithering, then you're good.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I think anyone who enjoys those sort of banjo-kazooie type games, or Donkey Kong Country, or any sort of interesting platformer, if you're a platformer fiend like me, you're going to adore this game, I think. There's a lot of
it's interesting because it's sort of I'm watching you try and get up this ladder sort of thing, and you've kind of got to just got to spend a lot of time entwining yourself in twixt things, I suppose.
Yeah. It's that's sort of a good part of it is sort of coming to terms with the weight of the snake, you know, essentially what you can do, what you can't do, how you can manipulate yourself, kind of thing. As weird as that sounds,
Yeah.
does not sound good. Oh god.
There could be some awful places you could take a game about snakes.
Yeah, no, I'm not going there with, especially not in the review. That's such easy crash territory. It's not a chance. This game is like the innocence of childhood, and I'm not tainting it with half-assed euphemisms about schlongs.
Yeah, no, well, good. I'm glad.
I think we can finish the level now. So, another thing about this game, which is a bit weird to get used to, is that when you... So these little glowy things are checkpoints, as everyone's probably realised. When you get collectibles, you actually have to go back and activate a checkpoint for it to save those collectibles. So if you die, you'll have to get all those collectibles again if you haven't activated a checkpoint. So it's a little bit archaic. That seems like a carry-on from the 90s, but at the same time, I was really angry until I realised that, you just have to go back and activate another checkpoint, or find another checkpoint as you're going through the level, kind of thing. I thought it didn't save. I thought you had to get them all in one fell swoop, and I was like, this game sucks. And then I realised that you could just go back and activate a checkpoint. I was like, oh, no, that's cool. I can do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's I mean, it feels like you say it is kind of from the 90s, but that's kind of what this game is. It's almost like it's like an homage to those 90s platformers, Crash, those kind of things. Yeah,
absolutely, it is. It's I don't know. It seems like the 3D platformer is. I don't want to jinx it and say taking off, but it seems like it is a little bit like Ratchet and Clank last year. Did really well.
Which, by the way, I still need to return to Mike. Remind me to do that. We're catching up with him this weekend. Actually, Sir Mitchie is going to feature on the upcoming podcast.
He will be. He will be indeed. Recording this Sunday.
Recording this Sunday, so be sure to check out that early next week. It'll be up and online on probably Monday, pending no issues with our schedule.
With lawnmowers and belt sanders.
No, well, that's not going to be an issue this week, because we're going to be recording at, I guess, the stand-in Overcast Gamer offices.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah. We're going to be in the central Wellington, as opposed to whatchamacallit, Karori.
Yeah. Bear with me as I just send a message to my mum.
Go for it, man. That's what Friday night streams are for.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, exactly.
Do whatever you want. Oh yes, I love this level. Oh man, it was like I was loving the game. Well, I'd say I was liking the game a lot up until this point, and then there's something in this level that shows up, and I was just like, oh my god, I think I love you, Snake Pass. Yeah, it's the dumbest thing. Like it's nothing to be excited about, but for me, it was like, holy shit. You just know me too well. Like, how is this game made just for me? I don't understand. And this team is the team behind Little Big Planet 3.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
so they haven't done too much. I think Little Big Planet 3 was relatively well received. I think.
So they didn't do Little Big Planet 1 and 2, just
No.
1
and 2 was Media Molecule, who are now doing that kind of weird Dreams game.
Oh, right.
Remember that sort of weird, crafty...
Yeah. Where you kind of flail about and it makes stuff.
Yeah. It's I'm not sure what's going. I haven't heard anything about that game, so we'll see if it's at E3. If it's not at E3, then chances are, I don't know, it might be in development hell or something. Not really sure.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be tough to market that game because it's not really a game. Like,
well, that's it, right? Like, it was interesting to see it at E3, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, yep, cool."
Yeah. It was like,
but what do you like? Sure, we see what you do, but what do you do?
Yeah, this is the exact thing people said with No Man's Sky, right? What do you do? And Sean Murray got really angry. He's like, you survive and you mine rocks and you manage your inventory. Damn it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Sean, but what do you do?
Yeah,
like...
people. The question they should have been asking is, why is it fun? Why is that fun? Why is that something you want to do? Anyway, this is the thing I was talking about. So this is you take the snake down a water slide.
Okay.
I was like, oh my god, you. How did you know? How did you know that's everything I ever wanted in gaming? I just don't get it.
Yeah, amazing. Flan makes a good point. He says, going to have to wait for this game to be on special.
Yep.
$34 too much when you can buy a phone that has Snake and makes call on it for the same amount. It's actually a very valid point.
I mean, Snake's all well and good, but can you do this in Snake? Can you like do an interpretive dance? Well, I suppose you kind of can. Get a little bit on a 3D plane though, with a Z axis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's it's not going to be for everyone. I am just entertained by specific things, and specific things really stick out to me. And one of those is just a joyous experience. A really light-hearted, go at your own pace kind of like just well-made experience, and that's exactly what this is.
Mike says, in Horizon Zero Dawn, you can ride a turkey. Can you?
What?
Can you ride a turkey in there?
What? That... I don't remember that. Reagan, you did the review, did you?
I would have given it 10 out of 10 if I'd known that.
10 out of 10 for turkey riding.
Yeah. I gave it 9 out of 10, but if I'd known there was a turkey to ride, I would have been all about it.
Yeah. No, I don't believe it. Mike, you're going to have to give us proof, mate.
Oh, he says, yeah, I did last night. I got a video. I can't wait to see that, mate.
Link it on through in the chat, Mike, because I'm very skeptical. That seems...
he has. All right, let me check this out.
It's got a video.
Yeah, 40-second video. Here we go. Why Horizon Zero Dawn is a 10 out of 10 game, mate. You read my mind. All right, here we go.
Amazing.
Oh, brilliant! You can ride the turkeys. So Mike has walked up behind the turkey.
Yeah.
And mounted the turkey.
Hang on, turkeys are like pretty small in that game, right? From what I remember,
they are. Well, they're turkey sized.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They kind of come up to mid shin height, I suppose.
Regular old turkey size.
But he's Aloy's just kind of stood on the turkey. Yeah. And the turkey has walked about. So clearly there's no crushing of turkeys. But that's great. That's good stuff, Mike. Thanks. That's an awesome contribution.
That's wonderful. Yeah, you'll have to retcon your review now, Reagan.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just put a little note at the bottom. Edit from the editor. Please be aware that.
Yeah, we did not realise
this review. I've discovered that you can ride turkeys.
So good.
The score has now been updated to a 10 out of 10.
That's the sort of shit that I think people expect from us, and that I want to deliver.
Yeah.
It's like...
Well, let's talk about it on the podcast on Sunday.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's get into Horizon Zero Dawn. Do you get a trophy for riding the turkey, Mike? I bloody hope you get a trophy.
Oh, I don't think you can. I think I've read the trophy list and I don't recall there being a turkey rider trophy. You can only ride turkeys in towns, though, apparently. So
in towns, like in a populated area. That's a strange stipulation to put on turkey riding.
It is, yeah. I suppose when you're out in the wilderness, there's certain AI that they have.
Yeah.
And they just run away, right? They'd just be like, gobble, 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 not having a bar of that.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Oh man, that's so weird. What an odd thing for a otherwise pretty serious game.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that you're meant to ride the turkeys. Oh,
Oh, there's a few more.
that's Mike's also just said I tried to kill the turkey but couldn't because it was in a town. That's a fair point because I noticed that as well on my playthrough. I was like, there were certain animals that I just couldn't kill, and I was like, what is this game broken? Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
And then that makes sense. They're in the town. They're probably someone's pet turkey named Beatrice or something.
I remember a turkey noise. I don't remember why. I tried not to kill animals unless it was absolutely necessary. Needed a new bow and arrow quiver or whatever. But yeah, I don't remember the turkeys too well. I remember the turkey noise. I don't remember the turkeys at all. Whoa. Just back to Snake Pass for a second. Another thing I really like about this game is I'm a massive Tony Hawk's Pro Skater fan, and the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, which Activision just churned out last year, I think it was last year, was a pile of shit. I'm not going to beat around the bush. It was absolutely terrible. It was like a 2 out of 10 at best. They just wanted to keep the license, and you have to put out a game every 5 years, I think, or you lose the license. So it was terrible. And Snake Pass it's got that whole like movement thing and momentum that you get going on, and I sort of am treating it a little bit like a Tony Hawk game in a way. Going off jumps and doing 360s and things like that. It's sort of like a freestyle. I'm treating it like a freestyle sports game, which is, another massive pro for me because I love freestyle sports games.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just gonna. Looks like I'm getting a call. I'll need to just duck out for maybe 2 minutes. I shall return very shortly.
Go for it, man. Toad shite, yeah. You're right, Ninja Menace. It was toad shite. It was bloody garbage, that game. It was on sale for $20 the other day, I think. And I don't even want it. I'm not paying any amount of money for that shit. I don't understand how they completely beggared the jumping in that game. As opposed to you do an ollie and you hold down X and let it go and you do an ollie, they had that weird slam down mechanic where you could slam down on rails and things, which seems like they were sort of going for what EA Skate implemented, and EA Skate has been better than Tony Hawk for a while. But the slam down mechanic was fucking atrocious. I don't know why they put that in there. It was garbage. And it also had Lil Wayne in it, which didn't help my loathing of that game. But, yeah, what a piece of crap. But thankfully, no more Tony Hawk games, I would say. They need to leave that legacy alone. It's well dead. Stop poking it with a big old stick. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. This one's a bit dangerous, but we'll give it our best. Oh my god. Oh no. I feel like I should have studied physics a lot more closely in high school. Because... oh yeah. I don't particularly know too much about weight displacement. Oh god, no! Ah! Well, that's a real shame, that is. But it's alright. Because Snake Pass, you go at your own pace. So, come back and try that again whenever you want, or you can just leave it be. But, yeah, it's one of the things I like about this game is just slither around, just do whatever you want, whenever you want. Fuck it. Who's got time for speedruns? Definitely not me. Oh, that's so tempting. I might go for the water or whatever that is. I still don't know what these collectibles really are. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. With this game, you're just collecting. Go for this. Oh god. We're good. We're good. Gets a little bit complex, more complex later on. There's some moving platforms. There's one thing I don't really like, a bit of a criticism about the game, is they bring in spike pits, which seems wholly unnecessary, being that the rest of the game is sort of about learning from your mistakes and trial and error and things like that. The penalty is falling down, or descending from where you've reached. It doesn't really seem like there needs to be spike pits where you just straight up die and have to go back to a checkpoint. The penalty should just be, I fell down, but I'll give it another go. It seems thematically separate from the rest of the game to me. So that's a bit shitty, but that's all good. You just deal with them, get past the spike pits, and wipe the sweat from your brow. It's not too bad. Do it. Nice. Sorry, I'm trying to... I don't have Reagan here to man the chat, so I'm looking over at my computer every now and then, so I don't look like a fool, or more so, when I'm slithering around. Oh man. I remember, so I'm yeah, as I mentioned, I'm going for a 100% run on this game, if I can. I'm 44% through 100% run at the moment. And I would say I've played it for about borderline 4 hours, I would say. Probably almost 4 hours. So I think there's some decent wacky content. I've seen people online saying that they finished this game in 3 hours. I think they're filthy liars, to be honest. That doesn't seem right. Or they've just straight up mainlined the levels, which isn't that cool. Like, go for the collectibles, man. Like, why would you just finish the level? But yeah, I paid $32 for it, I think. Flan, I think you mentioned it was 34 on Steam? No, is it Steam? Or Switch? I can't remember. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm well happy to have paid that. It's good. It's really good. I'm not sure if anyone's as a big fan of the music as I am, but it's my favourite composer, David Wise, so I'm pretty, this was guaranteed for me to at least like the music, if not the gameplay. It just helps that the gameplay is really, really good as well. For me, it's incredibly enjoyable. I don't know, they need to start making more animal simulator games. That would be a genre that I would probably purchase all entries on day one. I don't believe you can tie yourself into a knot, Mitchy. That would be a kind of cool. That would be a cool idea for Snake Pass 2, though. You can do this, which is kind of cool. Like, man, that's like kind of hypnotic. Eh? Just look at this. Look at that spiral going on. Whoa. And yeah, no, I agree about the Switch, Flan. I do not have... Well, I suppose I do, but I don't really want one. While there's just Zelda, as good as Zelda sounds, I want more. I want a Donkey Kong. That's all I want. Give me a DK. And I probably would have bought it on launch if there was a DK, but got my 3DS, and that's holding me down at the moment, so not too unhappy with that. 3DS XL, only a couple of years old, so I think we'll be right for a while. Get some slalom going. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people whinging about the controls of this game, but I think they just needed to harden the fuck up, to be honest, because the controls are great, and they feel really unique and interesting, and once you get the hang of them, shit's a breeze, yo.
Right, I've just returned to hear you saying they need to harden the fuck up.
Yeah, man. I was just talking about people bagging on Snake Pass's controls.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I think they just... They need a, at the risk of sounding like a dirty old Dark Souls veteran, get good.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, That's the thing about this game is it's clearly it's not trying to be like anything else, and I mean it you know, it's a platformer, but they've got an interesting idea, and they're just, you know, there's no correct way to set up a control scheme.
No,
you know?
No, not really. I think there is an easy mode, I believe, in the options, where you can set all movement to just be controlled by the left stick. But
oh yeah,
honestly, the movement in this game is half the fun. Like, that's the game, as far as I'm concerned. So why the hell would you take that away from it? I think it'd be kind of like bland if the movement wasn't so unique and interesting.
What were we talking about before I rudely left the conversation? I don't quite recall.
I can't remember because I've been talking to myself and chat for a while, and it's felt weird. I'm not gonna lie, Reagan. I don't talk to myself often.
It's hard work, eh?
It's really hard work, man. It's like for an introvert like myself, it's tough. There's no one in the room, but it's tough. Fuck.
Who the fuck am I talking to?
Yeah. What do we got going in the chat there? I just see the little notifications pop up every now and then.
Yeah, so Flynn Hyperbole, you don't even need to go Dark Souls. Remember the madness of Tony Hawk 1 or the original Tekken? Good times with wondering why the hell something happened. Yeah.
I love Tony Hawk 1.
Point.
What is it? What does he mean by wondering what the hell happened in terms of what the game just doing something weird, or? Yeah,
I guess so. I don't remember Tony Hawk 1 being too bad. Like, I thought it was. I mean, to be fair, I would play it just super button mashing.
Yeah.
You know, I just smash away. Oh, he's talking about control schemes.
Oh, okay, I see. Tony Hawk 1 was... Yeah, I didn't have a problem with Tony Hawk 1. I thought that was pretty intuitive. Going back and playing Tony Hawk 1 now is quite tricky because Tony Hawk 1 doesn't have things like manual. So, you know, those things that you can't become really... you closely associate with the series, and they become part of your rhythm and part of your combos. When you don't have those anymore, it becomes really tricky.
Yeah, totally. Well, you can't kind of string things together, right? It's like go up a ramp, do some tricks, go down a ramp.
Yeah, it was sort of all about the air combo and the weird sort of grind a whole bunch of shit really fast to get your combo up in Tony Hawk 1. That's sort of how you got the high scores sorted.
Yeah.
But Tekken, I mean, Tekken was just mash buttons as far as I'm concerned. Like,
yeah. I had a hard time with Tekken. I always have had a hard time with Tekken. I don't know. I just get carried away and frantic and just smash away at the control, and nothing happens. Nothing really happens. I just go law and do that backflip thing over and over again. And,
nothing makes me rage like people spamming moves, Reagan. I just play people at Tony Hawk and they just do like kickflip to kickflip to kickflip, and I was just like, play the damn game right.
Yeah. Show it some fucking respect.
Yeah, right. There we go. So just manipulated that lever. Some snake. That's your puzzle right there. It's your puzzle part of your puzzle platform.
Nice. That's some tenuous puzzling right there.
Yeah, it's definitely not The Witness, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, we've got a little bit of a challenge going on here in the chat.
Yeah.
Mike has declared himself the Tekken Master.
Oh, here we go.
And Flan rebuttals with, I humbly posit, destroy you at Tekken. And Nesian says, I loved watching people play Tekken, but never liked playing it. I preferred Street Fighter big time. Yeah, I played more Tekken, but I can see what you're saying about the preference. Like, there was something cool about the just like, I guess, arcadey mode of Street Fighter. But I think we need to get an OCG special together where we get Mike and Flan battling it out on Tekken. Which sort of like version or number of Tekken were you guys most I guess, adept at? Did you have? Was it Tekken 1, 2, 3,
Three
4,
or
5?
tag tournament, I'd say. Those were the Tekkens that I thought were like pretty decent. 3 or tag tournament.
Yeah, well, we can. I'm sure we can do this. I'm sure we can find a way to make this happen.
Yeah, we can set that up.
Yeah,
for sure. We'll have our
Mike
own
says,
little Evo competition. You know, the Evo fighting championships that they have, the MLG. I think it's called Evo, where it's just all the fighting games, and it's like the hardcore fighting game masters.
Yeah. So it seems like we've settled on Tekken 3. Mike says Tekken 3 and 4. Flan
3?
says Tekken
Nice.
3.
Yeah.
So it's where they introduced the sidestep. Does anyone have a
Tekken 3.
PlayStation 2 and Tekken 3?
I have a PlayStation 2. Tekken 3 was on PS1 though. Although, did PS2? Yeah. Did PS2 play PS1 games? I can't actually remember. I think it did.
I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird that it's sad that I have to, think about that. Like backwards compatibility is not a thing.
Yeah, they managed to cram 3 Tekkens into the lifestyle cycle of the PlayStation 1. It's
Yeah, yeah, they did, yeah.
So Tekken 4 was the first on PS2, obviously. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, no, the Tekken Tag Tournament was the first on PS2.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because Tekken Tag was the game that came with my PlayStation 2. Oh, that and Jak and Daxter and
nice.
Jonah Lamu Rugby DVD.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I'm still intrigued by that. So was it just a doco about Jonah Lamu?
Yeah, it was like a weird kind of... I think it was an unauthorised biopic or something about Jonah Lamu.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unauthorised, always the best ones. The ones with like paparazzi footage and shit.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and no like actual talking from Jonah Lamu. Like,
no, just interviews stolen from a variety of other sources.
Yeah, or close acquaintances in air quotes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people have just stabbed him in the back for their shot at Women's Day.
Yeah, the $1,000 payout from Women's Day magazine.
Ooh, this one's getting a bit dodgy.
Flan has a copy of Tekken 4. Tekken 4 had the best Jin.
Okay. I'm not a huge Tekken head, but I did like. Oh god, I did like Jin. No. Damn it. Yeah, forward triangle. That was my move. Yeah. I got down there really well, but fucked it. Fucked it, mate. All right, here's your next little bit of puzzle. Wait for the stream to catch up.
Pushing the boulder.
Oh, mate. I got the achievement. I was playing it just before, and I got the achievement hole in one, which is get that boulder in there in one shot. Did not work that time. Did not work at all.
And that's I hesitate to call this a puzzle, Abe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not a puzzle. Put round thing in round hole.
There's a real challenge to that, for sure.
Yeah. The puzzle, I would still argue this is a puzzle platformer, the puzzle being your own body kind of thing. It's how to manipulate your way through levels.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I think I could probably articulate it better in written form, so everyone wait for that. I'm not a good talker. I'm a much better writer. Speaking of reviews, actually, Reagan, so you're going to be doing a wee mini Mass Effect Andromeda one, probably?
Yeah, I don't want to review the full game. I don't want to do a proper review, mostly because, well, it's a big game, and I feel like what's been said about it has already been said, and I kind of don't really want to be party to the controversy around it and all the shite that's happened.
Yeah.
I'd rather just kind of say, here are my thoughts. Done. You know.
This is what's terrible about it. This is pretty cool. This is what they could improve. This is how they can improve, kind of thing, and that's about it. Add something constructive, acknowledge the flaws, and then move on with your life.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, the thing about it is, there's plenty of people out there who are actually loving the game. There are definitely things to like about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of them games. But there's just the internet is a toxic place, and it's sad.
Yeah, it's targeting people and all that nonsense. That's really got to stop. That seems to have becoming a trend with triple, or with any game, not even triple A's, with whatever. Triple A's are more targeted because obviously they get more exposure. But yeah, Jesus, people, calm down. As we've said before, it's just a fucking game.
If you don't like it, just don't fucking play it. Or, you know, if you happen to buy it and you're disappointed, take it back.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Trade it in or sell it or something, you know. Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. Christ, they haven't, like, killed your mum or anything.
Yeah.
Far out. Trying to remember where to go in these. I haven't actually... I did get a little bit stuck in one of these levels. The levels... There's a real art to level designer. You don't realise it until you think about it. And if a game can sort of guide you places without you even realising it, I think that's pretty special.
Now, can you tie yourself in a knot?
You can't.
You can do?
No, you can't. I was saying to chat before, that would be a really cool mechanic. Maybe Snake Pass 2. I'd be. I think this game's it's getting like relatively well received. It's getting like 7s and things, which that seems ridiculous to me. 7 is way too low for this game, for me anyway. But yeah, I think people are enjoying having something. Oh god, having something different.
It's clever. I'm enjoying it, like just watching it, and I think I'm getting like oh man, Abe, you were dicing with death right here.
Oh god. Oh no. It'll happen again. Wait for the stream to catch up. Yes.
Welcome to War Mammal.
Oh, that's a new person.
Yeah, tell me if I've said that wrong. War Mammal. I agree. It is a sexy snack. It's a sexy snack.
I don't know what a snack is or where that has come from, but he's a good-looking chap.
I wonder if how they decided on what type of snake he was going to be. Like,
yeah, I was reading some review, and the first sentence in the review, just odd. Some of these reviews, they were like, oh, and he's a something coral snake. I was like, I mean, yeah, but why does that matter? Like. What's the point of writing that? I don't understand. You're not doing like a biological, a marine biology essay or something. Like, what the fuck?
I am kind of interested to know the story behind these snakes, though. I'm going to do some Googling here. Embrace my inner biologist.
See if it's a something coral snake. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. That person said.
I've Googled coral snake and I can see photos. But, I shall continue to search. So he's black and red with yellow stripes between, isn't he?
Yeah, he's red and... Yeah, depends how you look at it. No, that's right, because the yellow bit's the smallest bit, so that's the stripes. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Let's have a look here. I believe it's the eastern coral snake.
Ooh, okay.
The eastern coral snake occurs throughout Florida, south into the upper Florida Keys. Outside of Florida, it is found north to southeastern North Carolina and west to eastern Texas and northeastern Mexico.
Oh, okay. So it's a North American snake.
Yeah, it would seem so, yeah.
Okay.
I want to know if it's venomous. That's what I want to know.
Well, he's a vegetarian, so... Wow. And the law tells me he's vegetarian. The snake pass law.
Here we go. Wikipedia. Eastern coral snake, common coral snake, American cobra. Oh, so that must be a colloquial name, the American cobra. Or more, is a species of venomous elapid snake endemic. Oh, okay. No, sorry, that's confusing, the way that they've done that. Endemic to the southeastern United States.
Okay.
It should not be confused with the scarlet snake. No, scarlet snake's quite a bit different. Which are harmless mimics.
Oh, okay. So wait, so is he? Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. Is he venomous or not?
He's venomous. Yeah,
He is venomous.
Bites and fatalities are very rare. Only 2 documented fatalities were attributed to this species in the 1950s, and only 1 has been reported since. Yeah, so they probably aren't particularly venomous. The victim failed to seek proper medical attention and died several hours after being bitten. There you go.
Huh. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, we've got all the animal facts going on tonight.
Yeah. Sponsored by Animal Planet. Yeah.
Oh shit! I've missed the green one. Where the?
If there are any, If there are any other kind of animal facts you'd like me to read out, I'm actually not opposed to doing David Attenborough impressions.
Impressions. Oh yeah, this we've got to hear. The coral snake is red and yellow and.
I'll read this page here. The eastern coral snake occurs throughout Florida, south into the upper Florida Keys. Outside of Florida, it is found north to southeastern North Carolina and west to eastern Texas and northeastern Mexico.
Beautiful. That's beautiful, Ring. Absolutely wonderful, man. That was an oral spitting image.
Yeah, it's. I have many talents.
We might have to get. We'll start a section on the Overcast Gamer Show, on the podcast where I just play animal games and you read my reviews as David Attenborough.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, I'll just that's all I'll play from now on is just animal games.
Yeah. What other animal games are there?
Donkey
Goat
Kong
Simulator. Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Goat Simulator. Yeah. Oh man. This Nintendo must have surely bunch of animal games.
Star Fox.
Star Fox, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Sonic, I suppose. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, Sonic. Yeah, I'll definitely play old Sonic Mania when it comes out. I'll pick that one up.
There's that Black Tiger one that.
Oh my
Mike's
god! Don't make me buy that. Life for the Black Tiger.
Oh man, that needs to be played.
If everyone if everyone knows what we're talking about, Black Tiger, Google it, chuck it in YouTube. Life of the Black Tiger. It's a baffling PlayStation 4 game that's coming out, and I will leave it at that. You can tell why it's baffling. In the first 3 seconds of watching that trailer, you'll be able to tell why it's baffling.
Shark Jumper has mentioned Spyro. Dragons?
Dragons, I mean, Wales has them on their flag, so they're pretty legit.
Yeah, well, touche. Yeah. I'm not going to argue against Wales. There was a Kung Fu one, according to Flan, where you were a tiger on the PS2.
Oh, yes, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, I believe that was.
Nice.
Yeah, Croc, of course.
Croc, yeah. Oh, Croc. Man, many fond memories. Flan's also mentioned Echo the Dolphin.
Oh, man, yeah, classic Sega game. Yeah, Echo, for sure.
Yeah, on the Mega Drive,
Yeah. We've also got Gex in the same vein of Croc. Gex, Into the Gecko.
Totally. Yep. Parappa the Rapper?
What is he? Is he a dog?
Crash Bandicoot, yeah, that's an obvious one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. People tell me what Parappa the Rapper is. I think he's a dog, from what oh, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I was just talking to the snake.
Shark Jumper, I would love to know how Grand Theft Auto is an animal game.
Who said Grand Theft Auto?
The Shark Jumper. I'm not opposed to it. I just would like some justification.
Wait, who said it was an animal game?
Shark Jumper.
Isn't he asking? He wants some justification as to why it's an animal game.
I'm assuming Shark Jumper is adding to our list of animal games.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. All right. Oh no, I know what he means. In GTA 5, you get the what's that hallucinogenic cactus called? Peyote. You get the peyote plants that allow you to transform into animals. Do you remember that, Reagan? In GTA 5?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. I think that must be what he's referencing there. But I could be wrong. There might be something else to do with animals. I can't remember. Oh my god. Struggling.
Oh, apparently you can be a goat in GTA 5? Really?
Well, yeah, GTA 5. It'll be one of the peyote plants. You can be every animal in that game. Oh my god, I'm struggling so bad. This is embarrassing.
Oh right.
No one watch the screen for the next 10 to 15 seconds, please. That was incredibly.
I think you need to rethink your approach here.
Yeah, no, we got there in the end. We got there.
Nice. I was watching you flail about on that for a while.
That was terrible.
Ooh, this one looks like a high stakes section.
Yeah,
what I did there?
Oh yeah, nice. The punji pits have come into play. The spike pits start appearing, and there's some. I don't know. Yeah, it just seems a bit strange. I think I mentioned it when you were on your phone call, Reagan. That's one of my criticisms of this game as well. The spike pits. They seem to go. Oh fuck. They seem to go thematically against the game, where the game is sort of like go at your own pace. It's super chilled. It's all got that cutesy aesthetic kind of thing, and then they just have these bloody spike pits that you can impale yourself on, and it does not feel good when you have your snake friend impaled on a bloody great spike pit, and then you also have to restart from a checkpoint where the penalty in this game seems like it just should be you fall off and you have to get back up there again. That seems to be what it is, and then with the spike pits, I'm like, whoa. Yeah, exactly. It seems a bit strange, so that's definitely a criticism.
Well, I think maybe if you're a huge fan of the soundtrack in this game, perhaps we could do a musical special on it. With just a kind of informed chat. We've been thinking about perhaps a series of videos or maybe even written content where we delve into the music in games. And I guess I'm still trying to figure out exactly what kind of format that this is going to be in, whether it's going to go like analytical or to what extent we're going to do it, I suppose. But I'm quite excited about it. I think it could be really good.
I think it's a great idea because you and me, and Balthazar actually as well, we're all super into music. You know all the theory stuff, all the actual legitimate stuff that you can put into practice. Me and Balthazar just know we just know what our heart feels.
Just feel the music, man. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, well, that's it. I actually kind of wish I could go back to that, to be honest. Like, when you spend $20,000 on a music degree, it kind of demystifies it a little bit.
I know that feeling, man. I did the same thing with my film degree. Once you start analysing films and breaking them down and stuff, on the one hand you learn a lot more and you appreciate a lot more, but at the same time you're like, I can never watch a film just as a viewer again, just as pure entertainment kind of thing. I'm always looking at, that's a cool camera angle.
Yeah. You sort of, I think you just kind of, you get an appreciation of the level of craftsmanship, and then you also, I think a cool part about knowing a little bit more about the media that you're into is kind of when you see people that are just naturally talented at it and don't understand things on that theoretical level that perhaps you might, and yet they still nail it. Like, that's quite cool to see human beings do that kind of shit, like, just naturally. I completely agree, man. There's nothing quite like seeing someone just be one with the instrument kind of thing at the risk of sounding too wanky. No, that's fine. I'm happy with that.
I remember this particular collectible because it gave me some grief. there's like a risk reward thing this game has. It's like, do you think you can get that next collectible without dying? If you're like not too oh god, no. And
the answer is no. You can't get it without dying.
Should have hedged my bets. Yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes it pays off when I'm not under pressure.
Does the snake? Does he get like a little like kind of concerned, worried, freaked out look on his face when he starts to fall?
He does, yeah. It's a little bit disturbing. He's like falling to his death, and you're just like, oh no. I think a mechanic I haven't actually shown off too much yet. Perceptive viewers might have noticed, is you can press triangle and your little hummingbird buddy Doodle will pick up your tail for you. So if you find yourself slipping a wee bit off an edge or something like that, you press triangle and he picks up your tail and takes a lot of that weight off you.
That's quite cool. Yeah. I did notice that earlier, but I wondered if maybe he just did it at certain points.
Oh yeah, no, it's an actual mechanic in the game. I haven't used it too much, to be honest, but it's nice to have it as just sort of a plan B. I'm kind of enjoying the like underwater aspect too. Like it's cool, eh? Like, so this guy's he's a coral snake, right? So he's a water snake, I assume.
Yeah, totally. I think they hang out in the bayou and whatnot. So yeah, that makes sense. It looks. I'm intrigued by it. I'm certainly intrigued by it. Not intrigued enough to go out and spend $40 on it, but
32.
Yeah. 32. Right.
Yeah. Let's not give people false advertising there, really. 32.
Apologies. $32 on the New Zealand
PlayStation Store. Yeah, absolutely. I think Flan said it was 34 on Steam or something like that.
Oh yeah. I would open Steam to check, but I know that if I do that, it's just going to kill my internet connection. Turns out they're actually still releasing content for Mafia 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Hangar 13? Hangar 17?
Hangar 13.
Hangar 13.
Yeah.
Man.
So I booted up Steam before, and it started a big old Mafia 3 update, and I'm assuming it's just a big patch, but there's also they've just released some DLC as well. I say just released. I have no idea when they released it. But yeah, some story DLC, which is kind of cool.
Interesting. Is that paid DLC?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you're probably not going to pick it up. I don't think you were too enamoured with that game.
Yeah, I mean the game. It was one of those games that like it wasn't the same issue as with Mass Effect where it just doesn't feel polished.
Yeah.
It was that they had just kind of made this nice world, and there were a few little technical glitches on release, but the game devolved in terms of its like content into just repetition. Like, that was the biggest issue, was that it was just the same thing over and over again.
Right.
So like take over this area, destroy the racket in that area, get funds from it, kind of thing, and just rinse and repeat until you've done that for the whole city, and then on to the last boss, and you're diggity done.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. I think my concern with this DLC is that they've just added another area to the city, and then you just do the same thing again. So I might have a look into how much it costs and check it out, because I did enjoy the characters and the setting. The setting of that game was really good.
Yeah, no, I thought that was, I was so gutted. It was it was alright, but it wasn't that great kind of thing, because I love the idea of being able to explore New Orleans. That's a really cool setting for a game.
Yeah, and you totally can. Like, you can absolutely explore New Orleans, but like if you were wanting to have like, I guess, Grand Theft Auto levels of curated story content to go with it, you'd probably be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, not quite that level.
Nesian Menace has said Noodle has more life in his eyes than the soulless characters from Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh man,
I totally agree. Actually, yeah.
No,
actually,
I agree too. I haven't even played the damn game.
Yeah, actually, to be honest, like eventually you stop noticing it quite as much. Like, did you just fall into the pit?
My tail was touching it. It's not good.
Eventually you kind of, I guess, stop noticing that stuff as much in Mass Effect, but it's still, it's still hard work. Especially given that it's in the Frostbite engine.
Yeah, that's bizarre, right? That when you see Battlefield 1, and we were just all, we as much as we all thought the game was alright kind of thing, the faces and the rendering was incredible in that game. It looked gorgeous.
Exactly. So the engine is capable of doing some amazing things.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what I think. Yeah, it's just polish. I think they must have just had pressure on from the publishers to be like, cool, you guys, we just need to release it now. And they, like you were saying earlier, it was kind of in beta, and they were like, yep, cool, it's close enough, kind of thing. EA,
they. I don't want to say they were building up some goodwill, but they kind of were, a little bit, like Battlefield 1 and shit like that. People were like, oh, that game was pretty good.
Battlefield, it was.
Enjoyed it. And then they
still pick up Battlefield 1 from time to time.
You enjoyed the multiplayer in that, eh?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The multiplayer is great. Yeah.
It's it's a bit of a shame because I don't want to hate EA, and maybe hate's a bit of a strong word, but they definitely don't help themselves with a lot of their decisions.
Shark Jumper's saying it sounded like they had a lot of development issues and staff turnover. That's interesting. Do you have any links to articles or anything about it, Shark Jumper? I'd be keen to kind of have a gaze at that sort of thing.
I did hear something similar in terms of this was made by BioWare Montreal. I believe the previous Mass Effects were made by BioWare Edmonton, both Canadian studios, and I think there was a lot of stuff. I might have been on Reddit or something, so it's a bit hearsay, but there was things about people not getting on with management styles, with managers, and then so being moved on to other projects and things like that, just because they didn't gel with certain managers and things like that. But again, it's all hearsay, so it's all complete speculation.
Yeah, totally. It's a shame to hear, eh?
Yeah, bit of a bugger.
Old work environments.
Yeah, old office politics. Love it.
Yeah.
Balthazar actually mentioned, Reagan, something that I didn't know about our old place of work, or your guys' current place of work and my old place of work. The music player got turned off.
Oh, yeah, it did.
That is insane.
On a particular floor because of, concerns about bullying and things like that.
Oh, my God. So, my old place of work, Reagan and Balthazar's current place of work, had a sort of public music player for everyone who worked there could open up a certain URL, intranet kind of thing, and Spotify API was integrated into it, so you could use Spotify to queue up tracks, and apparently it's been disabled because people were using it for bullying, so that's real adult.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, eh?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Flan says, did Noodle just give you the side eye when you last dropped him?
He might have actually. He might have given me the stink eye. He's like, not again, man. Come on. Get your shit together, Abe.
Get good, mate. Get good.
This part is going to be probably incredibly frustrating for everyone to watch, because I had real trouble with this part. So get ready, guys, because this is going to be real fun.
So, we're still in the first world?
No, we're in the second world now. Okay. It's sort of a change.
It looks relatively similar.
Yeah, they all kind of look similar. I think. Actually, maybe we are still in the first world. I'm trying to remember. No, because the musical score changes. So maybe you're right, Reagan. Maybe we are still in the first world. Yeah. The first one's jungle. The second one's a little bit more dingy. I remember the second world. It's sort of, I think it's a lot more aquatic. Or I remember the lighting's a little bit darker.
Yeah, this I'm not sure. This looks like it could be a little bit darker than the first, but yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is some high risk shit, this. Fuck. Oh my god. Get your head up.
Are you like, how seriously are you considering this as your game of the year? I suppose you're saying like game of the year so far, right?
Yeah, this is, you know, I don't think I could say this is the best game of the year, because that would be Horizon, but this is my favourite game of the year, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
So
yeah.
Horizon was the best for its accomplishments, you know, what it achieved, completely apes, completely overshadows Snake Pass for obvious reasons. But Snake Pass is just my, you know, it's a game pretty much made for me, and I'm getting a shit ton of enjoyment out of it. I'm enjoying it a lot more than Horizon. Horizon's a great game, but Snake Pass is just caters to my personality a lot more, kind of thing.
yeah, totally.
Oh my god. Alright, let's start this again, because that's going to shit. That particular approach.
The games like this, they must have had a really good time with this, because they would have just eventually had the physics and the engine and everything set, and then it would have been a matter of just kind of going through and having fun building the levels.
Yeah,
and you can imagine that, like, I reckon the developers came up with some like insane levels that they never actually put in the game. Like,
absolutely, man. I want to see the hard mode levels, kind of thing. The ones that people got, and they were just, you know, one giant long one bamboo log over like a kilometre of spikes or whatever.
Yeah. I reckon maybe a creator mode, like a level creator mode, would be really cool in this game.
I think that'd be great as well, man. And honestly, I don't say this about pretty much any game, but I think a multiplayer would be really freaking cool for this game. If you could sort of grab onto each other and things, I think that would be some really interesting. That would make for some really interesting gameplay.
I think it'd be difficult.
Yeah, it would be incredibly difficult. I mean, you just have to render the snake and the physics of the snake twice, like two of the snakes kind of thing, and then just have those physics, those objects interact with each other. You know, in terms of how those physics would play out with one another. I don't think it'd be impossible. It'd definitely be difficult, but
I just wonder how the gameplay would, like, I don't mean difficult in the sense that it'd be hard to do, like, in terms of coding it and things. I'm thinking, like, I'm just wondering, like, how they design a fun game around having multiple people do this stuff. You know, like, I'm imagining, like, trying to climb up over a ladder kind of thing, and yeah, I don't know, maybe they could have things like the classic, like, you've got to stand on a button and it activates a certain thing while the other snake goes and does this thing, and you know,
they could do like Portal 2 style co-op. Did you ever play Portal 2 co-op, where you literally rely on the other person to open, you know, a door or whatever kind of thing?
Oh yeah. I have Portal 2 in my Steam library and have just never played it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you've got to get on that.
Yeah, I think it was on special for, like, I don't know, fuck all at one stage. And
yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll just put that in my library and play it on a rainy day. And that rainy day has not come yet.
And you live in Wellington, so that's saying something.
That's saying something. Yeah.
Portal 2 is spoilers for Overcast Gamer podcast, but I will be talking about Portal 2 at one point during my top 10 games of all time.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
nice.
It's in there, man. Yep. It's in there. It's got one of the greatest or most entertaining, most well written stories I can think of in gaming in general.
Wow.
Portal 2, yeah, it's good, man.
The story.
Yeah, the story is excellent.
Because when I think Portal 2, I think puzzle platformer.
Yeah, well, it has that in spades as well, but it's yeah, man, like the story is just really, really good. It has awesome voice acting from what's the guy's name? What's the actor's name? Why the fuck can't I get this? The boss from Spider-Man, the boss of the newspaper, that sort of like, you know, gruff dude's always smoking a cigar.
Yeah, I know the one.
For his name off the top of my head.
Let me see if I can Google him.
I think his name's like JJ or something like that, or his name's definitely not JJ Abrams.
Oh, J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, that's the. What's the actor's name? Can you see that? That's definitely the character, but
Oh, I see. Okay. Let's see if I can find.
Especially proud of that.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. I knew it was 2 letters.
Yep. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the one. And yeah, he's one of those guys that you're like, yeah, I can immediately picture him. He has like a character face, but you just don't know his name.
Yeah. He's a big character actor. Eh? He always plays these really, you know, almost cartoonish characters. But yeah, he's good. Reagan, we haven't actually done the rite of passage. What has become the rite of passage for the Friday night streams, which is What did you have for tea, man?
Yeah, so I had I had the leftover curry from last night. Actually,
Oh, nice.
This week was pay week, and so we had curry for dinner last night from not Yummy Curry, from Planet Spice in Newtown.
Nice.
Whom I think I've mentioned in previous streams.
Did I'm pretty sure that was last stream, or I remember Balthazar saying that he only ever gets the curry house in Karori.
Oh yeah. But no, I had that, and I'm not 100% certain, but I think that my girlfriend might have brought home a McDonald's burger.
Oh man!
So I'm gonna have that after the stream if she's actually brought one. So
dude, those like tepid cheeseburgers are the shit. They're so good.
Oh right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Somehow McDonald's have created food that is like good when it's warm and fresh, but just as equally good when it's like tepid and like 3 hours old.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's just that it's got that sort of filling, sit in your gut feeling that it's good for the first hour, and it's really good for the first hour, I should say, after you've eaten it, and then it's not so good anymore.
Yeah. So just an update from chat. Mike had curry too. Mike, what kind of curry did you have, mate? You go for butter chicken. Flan had ham.
White man, butter chicken.
Yeah, I'll have it mild, please. Flan had ham. Flan, did you just ham?
Just ham. I imagine he went out and butchered the pig himself. I like to believe it.
Yeah. Shark Jumper had Burger Wisconsin.
Oh, nice.
Mate, Burger Wisconsin is the tits. I love their burgers. They're like chicken cranberry burger with the chutney in it. Yeah, no, can't beat that. Nijin Menace had fish and chips, which, you know,
good shit.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, staple, man.
Can't go wrong. Mike has confirmed butter chicken. Flan, just ham.
just ham.
Just ham.
Oh man,
I like that though. Like it's you know, it's going to fill you up, protein.
It's simple. Dude. Cut through the bullshit. No need for bread. No need for anything. It's just. Did he eat it off like a big leg? I want to know. Did he like gnaw at it?
Yeah, let us know, Flan. Is it like ham off the bone?
Ham off the bone, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it turns out Mike did have a butter chicken, so I totally called it. White man curry.
White man curry, man. My Indian friend will be livid. Is that the Pakeha pile guy?
Oh yeah.
That I mentioned last time. Yeah.
Is it your mate that I met when you bought your bike?
Yes, that's him. Yeah, that's Jig.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's the Pakeha Pile guy.
That's awesome. That's a great call. Yeah. What about you, Abe? You haven't told us what you've had for dinner.
Man, I haven't told you what I've had for dinner because I feel like I'm at risk at sounding like a parody of myself. You could probably get. I had KFC.
That's so good. Did you have the snack box?
I had the double whammy, snack lunch, the good old boy deal. Yeah, Shark Jumper will know a thing or two about that because he is the one who taught me that dealio. He knows it.
That is amazing. I can't believe that.
That's why I was keeping quiet.
Like you went out and got it, knowing that we were doing the stream tonight and that you would talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I went in. To be honest, I didn't think about I know this sounds completely false, but I didn't think about KFC all day. And then I got to. Is that something that happens often? Like you go through a whole day without thinking about KFC? That does not happen often. I can confirm. So I opened up my email. Must have been just before work finished, 4:45 or something like that, and I had an email from KFC. Didn't even open the email, but at that point decided I was going to get KFC.
KFC emails you, Abe.
Yeah, man. They've got my number.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shark Jumper says, "Good stuff, Abe."
Yeah. Yeah. It's Yeah. I didn't eat the whole thing in one go, which I'm a little bit ashamed about. Like, what kind of man am I?
So, what was it? Because I can't quite recall the details of the deal. Because your original one was the snack box, wasn't it? You get 2 snack boxes.
Yeah, that was actually misinformation. I'm afraid I gave out misinformation. The deal is the snack lunches. The Wicked Lunch, the Colonel's Lunch, and there's one other one that you can get. And they're each about $5 or $6. And they come with chips and a drink and chicken, whether it's Wicked Wings or regular recipe. You're a chump if you go for regular recipe. It's always Wicked Wings. Everyone knows that.
Yeah,
they're so good, man. So 2 Wicked Lunches is what I get, and I trade the drinks. I trade both drinks in for potato and gravies, which you can do.
Can you do that?
Yeah, you can. It costs 50 cents to trade an item in, but it's well worth it. A, because potato and gravy is the shit. You can't have chips without potato and gravy. And B, because I'm on my motorbike, so I can't take drinks.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And who wants just like 2 cups of soda? Like, soda is the worst part about getting, getting fast food. Like, I'll like, even with BK or whatever, I will like, they give you a cup that you can refill over and over again. But like, I'll honestly drink like half a cup of soda maybe. Like, it just doesn't do it for me, eh?
Yeah, I'm not big into it. I quite enjoyed soft drinks before I went to the States and Canada. And then once I experienced them in their logical conclusion, that is to say in excess, I completely went off them. Like, when you can buy almost a litre of bloody, or might have been over a litre of bloomin' Coke for like $2, it's just in a refillable cup, and you can get as much as you want. It kind of loses any sorts of charm, and it just feels like you're just consuming garbage.
There's no value to it at that point.
It loses. Yeah. It becomes a commodity.
Yeah, the other thing that I know that gets me about like buying combos, Abe the KFC connoisseur, that's totally it. It's like, let's say you go to BK and you get like, I don't know, any burger combo.
Yeah.
And they give you chips, and they give you the burger, and they give you a cup. The size of the cup doesn't matter, because you can go back and refill that over and over and over again. So it just means you have to get up and work a little bit for a little bit extra, a little bit extra juice.
Yeah.
So all you're getting by buying a larger combo is slightly more chips. Like, that's it.
It doesn't really seem worth it, for the dough kind of thing.
It doesn't. No. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's just at Burger King that it's a particularly large issue, but I don't know. Yeah, it seems weird. I'll usually just go for the medium or even the small if I'm not feeling particularly hungry. just because it's like, well, all I'm getting is extra chips. That's it.
Yeah, it seems a bit strange. I mean, chat, let us know what your sort of fast food hacks are. If you have any hacks like Shark Jumper's double wicked lunch. Actually, I haven't finished that the information part of this lecture, which is that. Sorry, I'm just doing this the wrong way. Which is that the price totals to the price of, say, a Zinger Burger combo or something like that, but you get like shit ton more food. Essentially, you get double what you would have got. So, okay.
It's interesting that you order based on quantity, like, whereas I tend to go to those places and order like the burger that looks good. Like I'll go, oh yeah, I'm after like a Hawaiian burger or whatever, and so I'll get that one rather than just like I want the combination of deals that is going to give me the most
bang for your buck, mate. The most bang for your buck. That's me in a bloody nutshell. Like,
basically, yeah.
What can I buy that's going to serve me for dinner and possibly lunch the next day? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, and also just before we move on, Flan says he's not fancy enough for ham on the bone. It was just cutting some slices off a pressed ham, which is fine. Like, ham's still a fancy meat, if you ask me.
I think
still a fancy.
Some ham is, Reagan. I would say those glazed Christmas hams for sure. Champagne ham definitely, but your average your Joe average ham from the deli. It's definitely better than luncheon. And it's definitely more fancy than luncheon. But I don't know if I could call your whatever it is 80 cents a kilogram or whatever ham fancy.
Okay.
The champagne ham and Manuka smoked ham, definitely.
Shark Jumper, where am I going wrong? Are you talking about as far as like my attitude towards fast food? Should I be going for I suppose when you consider that it's fast food, it's a fair point. Like, you're not getting fancy food, so you might as well just get as much of it as you can.
I think that makes a lot of sense to me, and in my weird monkey brain, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But
says if you get 80-cent ham, you stock up on that. Yeah, 80 cents is that's very, very cheap.
I can't actually remember. I haven't bought ham at the supermarket for a while. I usually get those hot chickens and then just use those for chicken rolls or whatever. I get some of that cheap ass coleslaw. Get a hot chicken and make some chicken buns and whatnot.
Just put. Flan, I'm concerned for your health there, mate. If you're just buying ham and then just putting it in a drawer.
Put it in a drawer. The ham drawer. So don't put something in that. That's the ham drawer.
Yeah. Top drawer is cutlery. Second drawer down is like utensils, like larger spoons and things. Third drawer down, that's the ham drawer. That's where the ham goes.
Fuck! I want to go to someone's house and that happens. Like that's amazing. I'd lose my shit. So good.
The ham drawer. That's great. That's great. I feel like I want to write a song about that.
The third drawer down is full of ham.
Yeah, because there was a comedian who wrote a song that I remember listening to when I was a kid. It was like the third drawer down from the top is full of shit. Full of shit.
Yeah, I know the one. Is it it was either Whistlin' Dixie, that American cowboy dude, or it was Carl Barron, or was it Jamoan? Was it Jamoan?
It was Jamoan.
Jamoan, the Irish guy.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that too, man. That was at one of those like comedy sort of variety special things that was on TV.
Yeah, totally. I'll pop a link here in the chat. Check that out. It's good stuff. But maybe I could just do a cover and change shit to
ham.
Third drawer down from the top, and it's full of ham.
Full of ham. That sounds like something like I'd have when I eventually own a house. To be honest, like that's just the weird kind of crap that I'd stuff in.
There's a clear issue here, and that is that ham needs to be refrigerated. So
or pickled.
You're putting it in like or pickled, preserved in some way.
Yeah.
Unless you're putting it in like the veggie drawer in the fridge, I'm still concerned.
Yeah, don't put your hand with the vegetables either. Like, as good as that does sound, you'll regret it. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's what else is going on in the chat down there, Reagan? What else?
In response to your question about like food hacks, Mike has basically said chicken katsu donburi from One Sushi is a damn good deal. Is this because I see people come in with those like little bowls full of chicken katsu all the time at the office, and maybe that's what they're getting.
Chicken katsu. So, for the plebs like myself, what is chicken katsu?
So chicken katsu is like rice, and then the chicken is kind of like I guess crumbed, but and then there's kind of like a really nice, I think it's Japanese. It's a really nice kind of like mayonnaise sauce that's on it. It's real yum.
Okay.
Yeah. How much does that cost you, Mike? It's rice salad and a heap of chicken. Yeah, and then I think katsu has like it has like a mayonnaise sauce type thing with it. It's super yum.
Okay.
Maybe that will be me for my dinner for my lunch next week. $8 for a large. That's good.
Yeah, that is a good deal. That's a really good deal. No matter what food you're getting, $8 for a large anything is good.
Yeah. We should we should do an experiment where we buy 2 of the Colonel's lunch boxes. Do your gravy swap out technique.
Yeah.
And we'll buy 2 of the katsus, and we'll kind of do a weight test and see what the story is.
Yeah, no, I'd be keen to do that. If you buy scales in West Auckland, generally people think you're probably cooking meth. So I might have to be a little bit careful about that, especially if I have a cold and decide to purchase some Lemsip at the same time.
Yeah.
But no, I'd be keen to do that. So the one you want to go for, people, is the Wicked Lunch. Okay, that's the one. Just remember that Wicked Lunch. Get 2 of them.
2 Wicked Lunch.
2 Wicked Lunches. Yeah, that's it.
Might go for a walk to Kent Terrace.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot the KFC's in such a pain in the ass place in Welly. It's just out of the CBD. Yeah, like, or it's on the fringe kind of thing. You always have to. It's always an ordeal.
Yeah, the thing that I always forget about my new place living in Kilburnie is that there's a KFC like 2 minutes walk from where I am.
Is there a KFC in Kilburnie? I'm trying to. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, I was thinking Karori. Yeah, of course, there's a KFC in Kilburnie. I've been to that one many times. Yeah.
And Mike, I also noticed the same thing. Abe, was the snake rotating its head around, but not the rest of its body?
when I was doing those dances.
Yeah. So like
possibly.
the head is spinning all the way around, but his tail's just staying static. I saw that too, Mike. It was definitely happened.
It's an exorcist snake.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hang on, I'll do it again and let's have a look. So I want to debunk this.
Welcome to all the people hanging out in chat too. To the 10 people. Tonight we're talking, as we do actually often on our streams,
all the time.
Fast food and things. See there, look, his head's spinning around, but the bottom of him is not really spinning the same.
Yeah, no, I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean. Yeah. That is weird. I'm never going to be able to unsee that now.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's
so
right.
This game can't be your game of the year now.
Because snake reality is not quite what I thought it was.
Yeah, exactly. Snake physics.
Yeah, it can't be the ultimate serpentine experience, as one of the lines in my reviews goes.
Yeah. Yeah. So those people who are hanging out in chat, if you've never seen the Overcast Gamer streams, we like to talk about fast food hacks. So Abe's one is buying 2 of a particular item from KFC and then swapping out certain items to maximize food.
Maximize quantity over everything.
over everything else. So if anyone has any thoughts on anything like that, then we'd love to hear them. All about quantity, if possible. Or even if you just have like a favourite food place, that you like to go to.
Yeah. And I mean, we do love talking about fast food, but we're open to talking about other stuff as well. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah. we're actually, we should probably be open to talking about games too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The podcast is where we do all our game talk generally, but actually, no, that's not true. That devolves into nonsense loads of the time.
I mean, there's been episodes where we've spent like genuinely half an episode talking about airlines and and
it's true.
Like food delivery services.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I just want to make it known as well. We are currently past where I'm actually up to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've been going around doing the 100%ing, so we're now fully past. So if there's any puzzles that become particularly tedious, I'm sorry about that. I haven't actually done them before. So it's. How many hours would you say the game is?
Fuck. 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'd say to 100% it. I'd say you're probably looking at more like 7 or 8. But just to do like a straight, getting some collectibles but not all of them. I'd say about 5 maybe, probably.
Yeah, that's pretty good going, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's 15 levels, so next time we finish a level, I'll have a look and see where, how far through we are, kind of thing.
Now, my question is, what kind of bird is that's flittering about, and does that bird also exist in North America?
So that is a hummingbird.
Is it just a hummingbird?
It's a hummingbird, yeah. It's just a very stylized looking goofy hummingbird, which I kind of cool. I love the fact that he always looks angry. I find that kind of great. But he's not angry. He's chill. He's super chill, and he's your buddy. So yeah. I'm not sure if it's a particular hummingbird, but he just looks like a kind of the generic hummingbird colours, the sort of turquoisey and greeny blue kind of thing.
Sorry, I just had to take my headphones off. I missed probably the last 10 seconds. But update. I have a McDonald's burger.
Oh man.
And it's tepid. I'm pleased to say it's tepid.
Oh, beauty. Absolute beauty. That's is it what are we talking, Reagan? What's give us the deets?
It appears to just be a cheeseburger.
Okay.
Oh no. It's one of the ones with the barbecue sauce on it.
A barbecue bacon cheeseburger?
I don't see any bacon.
Let's get investigative on this.
I see barbecue sauce, I see 2 slices of cheese, and I see a meat patty. Which
chat, let us know what that burger is, because I'm curious. I don't actually know myself, I'm afraid. As much as I do like... What was that, man?
Maybe just a barbecue cheeseburger or something. But
barbecue cheeseburger, okay.
It's freaking delicious. I made that up. I don't know if that's a thing that McDonald's does.
I remember do they still do the deluxe cheeseburgers there?
I'm not sure.
Deluxe cheeseburger was a cheeseburger but with mayonnaise and lettuce. Cheeseburgers don't normally have lettuce, eh?
No, they don't.
Yeah. So yeah, this deluxe was lettuce and mayonnaise, I think, and they're pretty good. I remember they used to have them for $2 when I was at uni, and we used to do like massive sessions of Halo multiplayer, and then go down to Macca's at like 5 in the morning and just load up on deluxe cheeseburgers.
Amazing.
It was a super healthy way to live.
Yeah, sounds like it.
What's going on in the chat there, Reagan? We got any chit chat going on?
Sorry, I just don't want to talk with my mouth full.
That's right, man.
Flynn said, no idea. He's a one burger man.
One burger.
What's your one burger in particular?
Oh fuck.
Have you put your controller down on a hard surface or something, Abe? I can hear like a rattling going on.
No, maybe it was just the vibration being too close to the mic. Hang on. Let me. No, the controller's in mid-air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is it still going?
Slightly, but only when you're talking, so that when the noise gate kind of cuts in.
That's weird. Okay, I'll try and keep the controller.
Oh, right. I've been told it's the thumbsticks.
Oh, on the controller.
Thanks, chat. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay, that's cool.
Don't worry about it.
That's weird that it's just. Have you just like chat? Has it been going on the whole time, or is? Because I'm keen to minimise that if we can.
Flan said he only eats the Boss Burger. What's the Boss Burger? What's the deal with that?
I've heard of it, and I've always been intrigued by that name because obviously it's the Boss. It's the best burger kind of thing. Yeah, let us know what's in that.
Right, let's have a look. I'm going to search.
Oh my god, that was absolutely ridiculous. I'm so ashamed of what just happened. Everyone, again, please cover your eyes. Avert your eyes. My street cred is down the drain. Oh, my snake cred, I should say.
I'm on mcdonalds.co.nz.
Nice.
I'm checking out the Boss Burger. So I'll read this like David Attenborough.
Okay.
Eat like a boss with this Kiwi favourite. With 2 juicy beef patties, 2 cheeses, lettuce, onion, tomato, and sauce all on a sesame seed bun.
Oh,
the
nice.
Boss is back. So, 2 beef patties, 2 cheese slices, lettuce, onion, tomato, and sauce.
That sounds
so
pretty freaking good to me.
Pretty bog standard though, like nothing like out of the ordinary. It's just kind of like your classic burger.
Yeah. It's well, what sort of price are we talking for that one there, Flan? Because that would depend. My decision on what to rate this burger, whether the purchase one is solely going to depend on that.
See if I can find out on the website.
Cheap bastard I am. Oh,
you
find anything?
Not price wise, no. It doesn't look as though they like to. They
don't advertise their prices.
No, they don't. He says he usually gets the large combo with chicken bites, and that sets him back $15 doos.
$10. It's not too shabby. Now, chicken bites. Tell me about these chicken bites. Do you mean chicken nuggets? Is there a different thing?
Nah, McDonald's do little chicken bites now, don't they? As far as I know, yeah. And they just kind of like popcorn chicken, I think, but without the KFC spices on them. So.
Okay, interesting. I love Macca's, but when I go there, I pretty much just get the same shit every time. So it's not.
I'm just a standard double cheeseburger kind of guy, eh?
Yeah.
Like I just go for a double cheeseburger combo, put some of the chips in the burger as well, fish out those nasty pickles, and then and just chip it up, and then boom, that's me. And then I'll have the rest of the chips and a little sip of the drink, and then probably tip the rest of the drink out, and that's my typical Macca's run. Yeah.
Okay. I go for the is it Almighty Angus? I think it is.
Oh yeah.
That's
one of the select signature burgers.
Yeah,
fancy ones.
Yeah, that old bullshit. It's a good burger, man. It's it's just real greasy. Like, not gonna lie, it's it's a beast. It is such a beast, man. Not a piece of greenery in sight in that burger either.
Nah.
There's like a red onion, but that's about it.
Yeah. There's vegetables in there, man. It's all good.
Yeah. Chuck some chips in there. Potatoes, vegetable.
The old mighty Angus.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh fuck! No. Oof.
So it looks like there's a few different versions of the Angus burger.
Yeah, there's the mighty Angus, and then there's the almighty Angus. Why you would go for the former is beyond me.
So according to the McDonald's website, there is the serious Angus, which has lettuce and stuff on it. Like, I don't know what that's about. The almighty Angus, which is the half pound of meat, which is like probably more meat than any one person should consume in a single sitting.
Half pound.
And then the clubhouse Angus. So it doesn't actually have the mighty Angus on here.
The almighty Angus.
It just has the almighty. It
doesn't have the mighty. Oh, well, I wonder if they phased that out and replaced it with the almighty.
Hang on.
I don't know. Auckland Carl's Jr. Shark Jumper. Not great, to be honest, man. The one in Henderson, which is the one closest to me, is not clean. Let's just say that much. It is a squalid hellhole. Yeah, don't really want... Henderson is pretty dodge. You're lucky if you leave there, your car still has wheels. It's like it's the stereotypical dodgy West Auckland suburb. Henderson. It's the one you always see on Police 10-7. And yeah, the Carl's Jr. is like, yeah, not great. I haven't had good experiences with that one. The one in the city's awesome. I go there whenever I go into the city because they have those really cool things where they give you those weird GPS, I think they're GPS or infrared or whatever they are, tracking number things, and when your burger's ready, they just bring it to you because they see where you're seated via this GPS tagged piece of technology.
Oh yeah.
Great, I love that. It's awesome. Avoids all the awkwardness of having to, listen for your number or them having to find you. It's great.
Right on. Well, how much longer do you want to stream for here, Abe?
Oh man, we're at 10 already. Jesus.
Yeah. The time flies when you're playing Snake Pass.
Yeah, it really does. We'll go till 8:15. That seems to be what we normally do.
Yeah, okay.
Go 15 more minutes.
This little hummingbird's starting to creep me out a little bit, if I'm being totally honest.
I'll give you a good camera angle on him.
Yeah. That's actually, speaking of camera angles, that's one thing I remember reading as well, was the way that you kind of have to, obviously you control the camera with the right stick.
Yeah.
And apparently they had kind of qualms with that. They felt that like perhaps the camera should have been, I guess maybe more, almost kind of like a set piece kind of camera, like something like Uncharted, where like, not Uncharted. You know what I mean. Like the camera would be in specific kind of places.
I know what you mean. That seems... I think that would make the game much, much more tricky for me if that was the case, because it'd be constantly changing your perception of where things are. Your depth of how far away something is, or if a camera angle suddenly kicks in and it's like a cinematic camera angle or whatever. And this game's all about minute movements. I think that'd really fuck you, eh? Like, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, I think I would agree, because that was just what I read, and that would make sense as far as what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a really these qualms people have, the controls and the camera. I don't understand them at all. It's bizarre.
I do wonder if, like, maybe some people, when you review something, obviously you've got to think critically about it, and you've got to, I guess, try and find some things to say that could be improved.
Yeah.
And I think maybe sometimes people would just, like, struggle with that a bit and just choose something and kind of go with it.
Just nitpicking kind of thing.
Yeah, and perhaps not necessarily take the time to express how severe the problem is or something like that. They've just kind of gone, here's something that I wasn't totally on board with. wow, wow, wow. You know?
Yeah, I suppose if you praise something to high heaven and then you give it, say, a 7, which is what seems to be happening, that doesn't really translate. So you have to you have to find some sort of flaws or whatever in it. And don't get me wrong, this game has flaws. As I mentioned, the spike pits, the music, it definitely has flaws, but they're just not. I don't understand the flaws that the other critics are bringing up in terms of the camera and the controls. It just does not make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But again, subjective, right? Comes down to personal preference. The controls just gel. They just feel really natural to me.
Yeah.
Some people they won't.
I mean, it actually looks pretty intuitive, like just watching you slither about.
I'd be interested to see. Yeah, when it comes on sale, Reagan, I'd be interested to see if you see you pick it up, just to see if it's the same for you, if you find it intuitive and easy to pick up and play kind of thing, or if it's just something in my brain.
I'm a little bit intrigued. Yeah, it's just probably something in your brain.
Yes.
By how does it change in terms of control scheme when you're underwater? Because you go from it being in a 2D space to 3D, obviously. So, how does that change?
I mean, it's not too different, because when you're on land, you can twirl upwards and things like that. So you're still moving through that Z-axis. You're going down and up, but in the water, square is descend and X is ascend. So there's a few different controls in the mix there. The camera angles, I would say, are a little bit of an issue underwater. They get a bit funny, but it's never anything that's like massively detrimental to the game. You just might get stuck on a wall or something for like 1 second. Then you're just like, oh, move the camera, and it's pretty easy, and you just get your slither on. I would say, yeah, that's a weird thing to say. I would say that swimming, like descending and ascending at the same time as moving forward in terms of doing the left to right slither, is a little bit tricky. Because the camera seems to, when you're slithering, the camera wants to follow you on the surface of the water, but you're sort of under the water, and the camera doesn't really follow you under the water that well when you're doing that. So yeah, there's some.
It doesn't seem like an issue though, really. Like
no. I would bring it up and point it out, but I would not dock points for it. It's not something that's detrimental to the experience, kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. And when you're dealing with such kind of a diverse slithering, it's difficult to make that happen perfectly.
Yeah, diverse slithering. I love it. What other game would make you use words like that, eh? Like phrases like that, descriptors like that?
Yeah. Every time I say it, I just think of Slytherin in the Harry Potter house for some reason.
That's pretty... Well, yeah. That may or may not be one of my several puns that might find its way into the review.
Oh, good.
no spoilers.
I hope that made the cut.
Maybe. I haven't actually started writing the review because I want to finish the game first. But I've started writing down, thoughts and sentences and things that I want to use, kind of thing.
Writing words.
Yeah. Witty things that I think are witty anyway. That are good, because I like my reviews I like people to be entertained by my reviews. I find reviews 50% informative, 50% just entertaining.
I think that's kind of really what you want to be. No one wants to read something that's just pure facts unless you're one of those kind of people.
Yeah. There's a time and place to get analytical, and the Overcast gamer is not generally it.
No, I wouldn't say so. I work next to a couple of data analysts, and let's just say I don't know that we'll invite them along to the Overcast Gamer Show anytime soon.
We like to sometimes dive deep, but the seriousness is never really there. We just do this to have a good time. That's about where it ends. That's where the buck stops.
Yeah. I think the deepest diving that I'll do might be with my music content that I'm thinking about doing, which I'm still trying to figure out. But because I kind of like the idea of it being maybe a little bit educational as well, being like, here's what's going on. Yeah, we'll see.
I think that's pretty cool. You've got that knowledge under your belt, so you might as well, might as well utilize it.
You can be like, yeah, man, like I just felt the feels at this part, and I'll be like,
felt the feels. I love it.
Here's why. this is what's going on.
Oh man, there's that. I don't know if it's like a proper musical term in theory, but there's a thing called frisson or frisson or something like that. And it's those goosebumps that you get from a particular piece of music or a particular.
Oh right.
Yeah, that's got.
There was a name for that.
Yeah, that shit's got a proper name, man. It's pretty cool, eh? Like that's a feeling that I really love, but it's also super abstract and hard to describe.
Yeah. The human brain. I'm gonna Google that actually.
Where the heck is this last little? Oh man, that's on that stupid. All right, I'm gonna go for it.
Huh, there you go. Or goosebumps tickle your arms and shoulders. The experience is called frisson.
Frisson, yeah.
Frisson. It's a French term meaning aesthetic chills. And it feels like waves of pleasure running all over your skin.
That is correct. Yeah.
Some researchers have even dubbed it a skin orgasm. Nice. Those researchers.
Way to get weird, researchers.
Yeah.
Way to get weird. But no, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because it is. It's almost like an elation, like a feeling of being high kind of thing when that happens for me. And certain songs, a crescendo or a change in vocal pitch or something like that does it to me generally.
Yeah, nice. It's well, that's the thing. Like different, like I guess musical techniques are probably going to bring that about in different people in different ways.
Yeah.
Like it might be. I think the big one for that stuff is like a big jump in pitch of the melody, or like like for example, Adele does that shit real well. And you think about like her choruses where she her verses sort of hang quite low in terms of the melody, and then the first note in a lot of her choruses are kind of like, bam, like, take this.
Yeah. No, I completely agree, man. Yeah, you're right, because Adele is an artist that I'm not a huge fan of her music. She's a really good freaking singer. Not a huge fan of her music kind of thing, but yeah, with when her choruses kick in, you can't help but feel that feeling kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what people love about it. They're like, she's a great singer and she's an awesome like character too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I think those things are like totally primed in her music, and then so that's probably the first thing, is that those big jumps in kind of pitch into choruses and stuff, and then also like dynamics, like volume. They go from sort of down here to cracking dynamics up high, and yeah. There you go. That's my thoughts on it.
Interesting. I'm just making a real fool of myself trying to do this last puzzle. We're actually up to 20 viewers, so that's pretty cool. Hello, everyone. You've tuned in at exactly the wrong time because we're about to close down the stream in a bit. But thank you for dropping by. Shit, maybe we need to reschedule again, Reagan. Maybe we need to
do it even later.
Yeah, Jesus. Go to 11 or something instead. But yeah.
Well, welcome anyway.
Yeah.
You probably arrived just in time to see Abe fail at this puzzle maybe 3 or 4 times again.
You've arrived in time to see me get stuck in this rock. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. I got out. It's not game breaking, guys.
I bet you they tested that.
Yeah, they must have. They're like, what dumbass is going to stick his head in this rock?
Yeah. You're just really role playing the snake, man. That's what you're doing.
I am. He does look a bit goofy. He might be a bit simple. All right, one more attempt at this one. It's probably not going to be that successful, to be honest, guys. This is pretty tricky. I'm having a tough time with this particular puzzle, and this is on a second game, which. This isn't even my 100% game, so I'm going to have to go back and do this again. So oh, fuck's sake. Oh, fuck's sake.
Pressure,
That was just absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Terrible.
Wow, that was, yeah. I wish I had something positive to say about that attempt, but...
Well, what I'll do, I'll climb this pole and we'll see if we can get a nice scenic shot going on, eh?
For our sign-off, yeah.
Yeah, for the sign-off, yeah. Let's see. Alright.
Nice one.
That's not too bad. Alright, well, thank you everyone for dropping by again. We stream every Friday at the moment from 8 to 10 New Zealand time. And it's usually a new release at the moment. At the moment,
we've been pretty well on that front, actually.
We have, man. We've only got one free game out of the ones we've streamed, so we're putting our money into this. But yeah, you can find all our stuff at youtube.com/overcastgamer. Obviously, we're on Twitch, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on all that good stuff. Just search Overcast Gamer. We'll be able to come
and
up.
we've got, don't forget the website, eh?
Oh, of course,
overcastgamer.com as well.
Overcastgamer.com, yeah, the full.
So we put up some written stuff there as well, which is, if you're all about words and using the eyeballs with words, then that might be the place for you. Yeah,
look out for the Snake Pass review, which should be coming in the next. Depending on how inspired I feel.
The next some time frame.
I would say in the next, and definitely in the next week, maybe a lot sooner than that. I'll be writing a lot over the weekend, so that should be good. And Reagan should hopefully have a mini Mass Effect Andromeda review coming as well, which would be cool.
Yeah, indeed. And I guess the only other thing is the podcast coming out early next week, Overcast Gamer Show. Check that out on YouTube as well. Or if you're into RSS feeds, you can find an RSS on the website. For the
and we're also on iTunes as well. If you're an Apple person, dude or gal, check us out on iTunes.
Man, we're everywhere these days, aren't we?
We are ubiquitous, Reagan. Thankfully, not ubiquitous software.
Omnipresent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're completely omnipresent. But thank you for joining us, everyone, and the next piece of content from us will most likely be the Overcast Gamer Show. That should hopefully be out Monday or Tuesday next week, so look out for that and enjoy your weekend. Have a good night.
Thank you to everyone.